Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. 16 wins in a row. Hope it's not taking the tension out of things. Please not 1 HP. Ooh, okay. Probably 17 wins in a row then. Not to get cocky. YRCF SV4C. Telepathy for Dummies. Could not really pick a worse item for Telepathy for Dummies to be paired with. However, you couldn't pick a better item to stand on its own merits. Oh, fuck. Alright. Alright, that's why you don't get too attached to it. There you go. Now we've re-rolled our whole run. You happy? Are you happy, you sons of bitches? My epic fetus run is gone. Half of y'all turned it off already because you're like, it's an easy win. Here we are. It's actually, I mean, my odds of winning probably just went down by like 10%. D100 is still pretty tight. Pretty cash, if I do say so myself. That's what all the kids are saying these days. Pretty cash. It's got nickels and dimes. I don't know what kids say these days. I'm just trying to distract like the conscious part of my brain so the unconscious part can focus on the dodging here. Lovely. Ooh, Bloody Penny plus D100 is actually kind of an interesting combo if we can finagle an arcade on the next floor. The kids are always saying finagle these days too. They're always using old-timey words like hoity-toity, lackadaisical. The stars. Honestly, I don't really have the patience to hold this stars card for 2 floors. So, or 8 floors as the case may be, to try to teleport out of boss rush. So, probably just going to use it on the next floor and save ourselves a key. Right now we don't have a key. It's going to save us a key regardless, but my rule with the D100 is very, very simple. Once per floor, stop when you have an amazingly cool or, you know, great run, and you think you're going to breakfast soon. So, there's a few conditions. I guess it's not as simple as I originally thought it was, but the once per floor thing is a guideline that I've stuck to pretty rigorously lately, and it's worked out really well. I haven't breakfasted myself in a while, and breakfasting yourself is not fun. Coming close to breakfasting yourself is fun. Breakfasting yourself is not fun. Oh, this is actually a really great boss fight for us right here. Not only do we get the cube of meat action, I knew it, but we get the spirit heart as well. This is an important time to say, I love the streak. I love the streak and I'll never let it go. I'll never let it go. I'll never let it go. Yeah, okay, good. We lived! Fantastic. Let's take this, go down to the next floor. I know exactly how we're going to do this. Do we have any special rooms next to us? No, we do not. So we'll stars card. How do I feel about this item? It sucks. Let's pick it up and re-roll it. What the hell? I didn't re-roll it. Instead, I gave myself number 2 and Strange Attractor. Number 2, Strange Attractor. What have I done to deserve this game? Was it when I've played you through thick and thin? In 2011, 2012, and 2013, when we didn't even know there was another Isaac game coming, I still played you because I liked you, and then this is how you repay me? To be honest with you, number 2 is the saving grace here. By the way, I'm going to break my 8 simple rules for dating my teenage daughter here. That sounded, it came out like I was dating my own daughter. It's a television, look it up, it's a television show from the mid-2000s starring the late, great John Ritter, okay? Probably the best work that Kaylee Cuoco's ever done. But number 2 saves us right here. All we need to do is do 6 rooms. And we've already done 2 of them. Try to moon card out of the curse room, I guess. Number 2 is going to make it so we're not in hell. Come in here. This was like super not worth doing. I also like how, because it's burning basement, I can't see shit. Maybe that's like the easiest mod I'll make in Afterbirth Plus. Hey, Curse of Darkness burning basement will not exist anymore. If elected to office, that's my plan. So I figured, let's be a smart guy. Let's do our due diligence and get another charge. And then we'll re-roll. And then we'll figure out if we actually want to stick with this or if we want to go with something else. Go with our first re-roll or wait for something else, I should say. So, you know what? Let's re-roll the key. Became a golden chest. That's more valuable right now. This is a great setup. This is lovely. We got infamy as well. We'll get our battery charge. I'm definitely going to use this until we get to that deal with the devil on our floor here. So we no longer have number 2, so you don't need to worry about accidentally farting on your own face and dying. Finally, we found our boss fight. I can't see shit. You can see more than I can. I'm looking in the preview window right now, and there's a little bit of like artificial brightness that I add just to kind of bring the videos up a little bit. And it looks better on the preview video than it does in the game right now. How does that work? I don't know anything about video making, to be honest with you. I just turn the camera on and bullshit in front of it. Yeah, okay, so we'll try that. Is this going to work? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Give me some red hearts, please. I am going to take the goat head. And then I think I'm going to D6 or D100 in here. We got the Beelzebub transformation. We got Dark Bum. And our dude's crying. He's going wah, wah. Dark Bum is very tempting, admittedly, but I don't know that it's something I can stick with, because I don't want to be at 1 Spirit Heart while having Bob's Brain. Now, we've run into trouble very recently. In fact, it might be the last run I lost, was a D100 run, where I just got, I never got any HP, so I was re-rolling D100, but it wasn't re-rolling us into HP. You know, we were stuck at whatever HP we had to start with, and that was obviously a problem. This is where you have to resist the temptation. You know, this run's not that amazing right now. You're going to be saying, oh, look at this, so many battery charges, just D100 yourself. This is not the time. Once per floor, if your run is okay. If your run's shit, re-roll as often as possible. You'd almost rather... Oh, that was bad. You'd almost rather breakfast than be stuck with a run that is worse than just, you know, 12 HP and shit damage. They do exist, I assure you of that. They're not common, but they do exist. So what we're doing here is we're saying our run's good. You know, we've already got an ability to fly. That's awesome. Like, that's not going anywhere. So we're just going to re-roll once per floor. And then if we find something incredible, that's what we're looking for. Cat of Nine Tails is sick. Let's re-roll. And we re-roll on this floor before we go down to the next floor, just to see if this is absolute garbage, because we can come back here and get battery chargers. There's also an Eternal Heart, apparently, so I'm glad I came back, because that HP is actually very valuable. And we're just going to leave. Again, it's not really speed running, it's just that on the Catacombs 1, we're lucky enough that all of the special rooms are lined up, and the odds of us actually needing something from our shop, or being able to get something from our shop for that matter, are quite low. Let's head down here. Got a boss trap room that I can't enter into yet. I will admit that this run right off the cut looks pretty bad. Bad enough to reroll? I don't know about that. That's a tall order. We did win a run almost entirely on the backs of, well, that's not totally fair to say, but we did well on a run where we had poor damage, almost entirely as a result of Fruitcake, so I'm not really willing to just give up on it right now, but obviously I'm not going to be sticking with it after this floor is over. Ooh, thank you. Fruitcake also, I'm starting to really appreciate the fact that it gives you, it's rare, but the occasional Demon Heart from Serpent's Kiss. That is a huge positive when it works. And again, it's, you know, you can't rely on it, but when it happens, you notice it and you like it. Please just die. There we go. Took us getting a multi-dimensional baby hit there, but it got the job done. Don't hit the multi-dimensional baby. You probably should not hit any babies, if I'm being honest. And I only throw the probably in there because I know the internet. And I know they're going to be like, what if it was baby Hitler? Would you hit baby Hitler? I don't know, man. That's a tough question. You know what? We should be thankful we live in an era where we haven't discovered time travel, so we don't have to answer those questions for ourselves. That's what it's going to be like in like the year 29,000 when they invent a time machine, if it's even scientifically plausible. And then kids will be like, Daddy, in the 2000s, why did people concern themselves with whether or not they would kill baby Hitler? Look. Back then, they had no real problems. The water wars hadn't started yet. The ice caps still existed. They needed to create artificial problems in order to get them through their days. It was a strange time. Everybody now wishes, of course, that we lived there. Now it's a non-stop cyber war between us and the machines. But, you know, one day with enough hard work, we can get back to the golden age and hopefully not squander it like our forefathers did. Ah! This is not helpful. Everything here is not dead yet. I'm gonna reroll once. Look at, oh my god. We get a little Death's Touch Spoonbender action. That's nice. That's nice when you can do that. We might as well take this. 14 bombs as well. So let's go back to our secret room, and we will go into our shop. I don't know what the heck I want to buy, but we'll do it. Occasionally, I do see comments that are like, man, NL talks about the polar ice caps melting a lot. Is he okay? This is just my sense of humor. And it's not like, LOL, I'm so random, ha ha ha. It's just, you know, I'm doing fine. Life is as good as it's always been, and that's not like a loophole question or loophole answer for me to be like, it's always been shit. No, things are fine here. But we will eventually be usurped by the machines, and it's only by getting into their good graces that we'll survive the transition. So I'm just trying to leave like a written record of me being like, oh, my computer is so nice, man. I'm a real friend of the machines. Hey, I'm always cleaning out my computer, tuning it up, you know? They're gonna, that's gonna get me some brownie points, I'd like to think. So I'm gonna reroll again here. Then we got soy milk and tiny planet. If there's one item you really want to have with soy milk, thank God we do. It's sad onion. Because whenever I use soy milk, I'm always like, man, soy milk's pretty cool. But it would be cool if I got a tiers upgrade that did like absolutely nothing for it because I already fired as fast as I conceivably could. So I'm glad that we at least got that taken care of. Is this, oh my god, the knockback is so high too. Is this a run that you reroll? Yeah, honestly, like you know I'm Mr. Soy Milk, but this run is not soy milk territory. It doesn't have quite the, you can get some cool D100 soy milk runs. This is not one of them. It's just not, it's not in the cards for us. It's too hard to hit enemies, honestly. Where are we at here, anyway? 10 minutes? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We're going to go to our item room. Let's earn the reroll the old-fashioned way. I don't even know if there's battery charges available, but we'll just do the rooms. At least get a little bit of like a soy milk flavor on this run. It's like going to a really fancy restaurant, you know? You're there for the experience. If they serve you mushrooms, don't say, oh, I don't like mushrooms. You know, it's your wife's birthday. Eat the fucking mushrooms. It's not going to kill you. If you're allergic, don't eat the mushrooms, obviously. But, you know, a very famous and skilled chef prepared those mushrooms. Live a little bit, man. Maybe you'll find that you actually like them. And if you don't, hey, if the biggest problem in your life is I ate a food I didn't really like that much, you'll be fine. Just, you know, eat the fucking mushrooms. We have a gift certificate. We're going to eat the mushrooms, okay? In fact, give me another order of the mushrooms. Raw. Please, allow me to do one more room so I can reroll. I wish they all would eat all the mushrooms raw. Okay, this is good. Just create a cloud of bullshit that these guys are gonna have to funnel through. It's a bad reroll here, so take advantage of this. Yeah, we got like a money equals power. Low rate of fire, though. Judas' Shadow. And there's something to be said about like killing ourselves on this floor to make Judas' Shadow work and then immediately rolling and hoping for more HP, but I basically just don't think it matters at this point because we're going to be re-rolling off of this run. Worst case scenario, in a floor. Best case scenario, or fastest case scenario at least, in like 6 rooms or less. So this is it's not really a big concern for me. The boss rush has almost no impact on our run. So I feel like why wouldn't we just come in here and you know, donate as much money as we want to donate. At least the donations permeate through this run and the next. So we're at least building back our donation machine to some extent here. And we can always go buy a battery charge if we feel that that's prudent. Yeah, this run is actually just, the big problem here is it's just boring. This one's just kind of like, eh. We've got okay tiers. They're multiplying and no, this is actually boring enough that I'm going to be like, let's do that. And look at this. I'm looking at these items on the right side now, and I'm like, what did we do to deserve this? We got Anti-Grav, Toxic Shock, Pyromaniac, Mulligan, Tractor Beam, Halo. So we know we got like some damage and some tiers going on here. It's not incredible, but it's definitely good enough to hold for one room, or one floor, I should say. So let's roll with this until we beat the boss, which could be real soon. And depending on what we get from the boss and maybe a deal with the devil, this run might be worth holding on to. Okay. Like, this run might be worth sticking it out. This could be our run. But it's not that amazing, you know? It's like, it's alright. Certainly not bad. It doesn't tickle my fancy that much. We have an AWAS rune. Worst case scenario, you should at least use the AWAS rune. You're looking for a crawl space black market. Nope. No such luck. That's alright. Those are like a once a month sort of thing. Like a good crawl space or a good black market. Once a month, I'm happy. Let's see what we got in here. Easy fight. Nothing wrong with this. I'm ready to say goodbye to this run if we don't get something amazing soon. But I worry that kind of like there is no amazing run to be had. Because we kind of like spaced out our cool synergies. Like homing tears are already gone. Guess we could get like Godhead or something, but homing tears are already gone. Death's Touch is already gone. Soy Milk's already gone. Tiny Planet's already gone. We got the Mom transformation, and we are very fast. Little Brim, Blue Baby's only friend. It seems okay. Blue Baby's only friend is fine. Like that's a good item, and this could potentially give us a swing here as well. Or not. It could potentially give us nothing. That's the other alternative that shows up with some regularity. Power Pill. Oh, yes. Doesn't happen that often, but I do enjoy an opportunity to actually use a Chariot card or Power Pill effectively. We got Balls of Steel as well, and we blow ourselves up, you know? We just get a little bit of something, a little bit of everything today. I've got invincibility. You think I'm not going to get hit? Fuck you. I don't play by your rules. Maybe I'll hit myself on purpose here just to feel what it's like to be alive. Maybe I don't want the world to see me because I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want the game to know who I am. Goo Goo Dolls, 1998, City of Angels soundtrack. So I'm going to reroll to get around the fact that that item kind of sucks. Now we have Conjoined, Lusty Blood, Serpent's Kiss, the Aura, lots of weird stuff here. We got to keep Blue Baby's only friend, which scares me a little bit. It's almost good enough to keep, isn't it? Rotten Baby's hooking us up. It's a little on the mundane side, but that can change, you know. Sometimes you don't just find yourself moving into a run fully furnished. Sometimes you got a little bit of like a fixer-upper or something like that. Lusty Blood is huge for us in the damage department. Even though we're not one-shotting enemies, you know, the fact that we can one-shot enemies in the future with this is really good. So I think I might roll with this a little longer than one floor. I don't think we're really at risk of breakfasting ourselves anytime soon, but this is one that I could see myself rolling for at least the womb, you know. Have some fun with it. Get the Polaroid. Why not take everything, right? If we're going to roll with this for a while. Maybe we'll find a way to use Whore of Babylon in the future, and we'll probably just ignore these unless there's something incredible. We already have Beelzebub, so the Fly doesn't interest me. The Bean couldn't give less of a shit about. Ah, it was a Tinted Rock right there. You can still lose a D100 run, so let's not act like, you know, we shouldn't be looking for Tinted Rocks or something like that. You know, that's still something that should be on our to-do list here. And it'll be the number 2 entry on the to-do list after your mother. I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta be brash, man. Sometimes you gotta be bold. Sometimes you gotta be wiser. I don't want to fight Wrath. I said brash, not Wrath. Like Mark McGrath of Sugar Ray. Probably one of the top 40 or 50,000 bands of the 90s. Man, I miss those days. Man, I miss being between the ages of 2 and 12. Just something about the 90s, man. It wasn't about my youth. It was just the 90s were just different, man. Everybody was wearing cool sunglasses. That's something they don't tell you. We all had Lambos. When the new... You might not know this if you were born after the year 2000 or close to it. But we all had Lambos. Even the kids back in the 90s. When it turned the year 2000, then, you know, President Bill Clinton said, all right, pack it up then. We can't give new Lambos to everybody. The population's growing too fast. Everyone went, you know what? Okay, let's trade in our Lambos. And they're buried in a landfill somewhere in New Mexico. We'll find them one day. We voted a bear as the UN Secretary General. That's something they don't tell you about in the history books. Kurt Cobain was on the American dollar coin. That dollar coin has been since discontinued. You probably didn't even know it existed. Look in your pocket, you might find a picture of one of the forebears of grunge rock. Probably not, though. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. What am I talking about? I don't know, man. I've been recording a lot of Isaac today. I relished the opportunity to go a little more off the rails than usual. That's why this sentence and the sentiment, only 90s kids will understand this, exists. Because there was just some shit that was so crazy back then that honestly people don't believe when you tell them. Remember when they came out with that jet that traveled at the speed of light so you could travel between New York and London in literally less than the time it takes for a hummingbird to flap its wings once? You're always like, hey, let me board. Oh my god, we're going to be late for the airplane. And then you're like, oh, wait, we're there. How did that happen? But I'll tell you what, it made flying first class into a fucking ripoff. But only 90s kids will remember that. Only 90s kids will remember the time the aliens from Gleepglorp came through that otherworldly portal and briefly for 40 or 50 years trapped all of humanity in an ethereal prison and also simultaneously forced us to produce energy for them while we lived in a computer simulation of our ideal worlds. That wasn't just a movie. The movie is actually what got humanity to rise up and then throw off their digital shackles and then usher in a new millennium shortly thereafter. But only 90s kids remember that. Only 90s kids remembered that the electric car actually was invented in 1992, but the problem is when you drove it, your dick just got humongous. Like, it got so big that it wasn't even fun anymore. For like the first week, it was growing like an inch a week, and you're like, that's cool, man. I'm into this. This electric car might be the best invention of all time. Fuck you, Floby. But then after that, 2 or 3 years later, you got like a 30-inch dick, and you're like, man, this car gets great gas mileage, but is the juice worth the squeeze? I don't know. So then we buried them all next to the Lambos. We unearthed the Lambos to drive them until the year 2000, and then, they eventually went back to normal size, which is good. Not the Lambos, but the penises of the electric car owners. So, like, be careful what you wish for with all these alternative energies, because 90s kids remember. Even if they act like they don't, they do. I've been in this office too long today. It's time to go. Okay. We're going to re-roll this run, but we're not going to re-roll it right now. We're going to re-roll it. I don't think we're going to fight the Hush, by the way. I fought Hush on the last run. I paid my Hush tax today. You know what? We should re-roll it immediately on the conclusion of this boss fight. Because there are some things on the ground that maybe we'll be able to re-roll, or maybe we'll be able to re-roll a deal with the devil on our shop or something. So far, so good, though. I mean, we're at 21 minutes on the Mom's Heart fight. That's really, really solid. We did get a deal with the devil. Only 90s kids will remember when we actually saw the devil. That's why the Rolling Stones wrote that song, Sympathy for the Devil, because we saw him and we were like, hey man, and he's like, you guys know who I am? And we were like, yeah, dog, you the devil. And he's like, aw, shucks, my master plan's been ruined. It was a weird situation. Alright, I don't even know what we got going on here. We got a range up, which is pretty sick. It's not the best run of all time. I'll tell you that much. Full stop here. We have $3 bill, I think, though. Only 90s kids will remember when we actually had a $3 bill, which was the style at the time. I don't really want to do that room. You know what? Seems like our damage is actually pretty sweet. At first I was like, this run kind of sucks. I can't wait to re-roll it. And then my tears started touching enemies and killing them in one hit and then exploding. And I was like, maybe this could be the start of a beautiful friendship. And you know what? I don't even mind taking that damage right there. We got Kidney Stone too. It's an item I actually kind of like. Why not double our money, man? We've already had money equals power, but I'm happy with this. Will I reroll? Probably. Normally, you look to Epic Fetus and Dr. Fetus as, like, bellwethers about whether or not your run's fucked. Like, whether or not you're coming close to Breakfast Town. But we're not going to have Epic Fetus for that, because we started with Epic Fetus. Remember we started this run with Epic Fetus? Those were the days, man. I kind of don't want to reroll right now, because I'm benefiting a lot from this, bonus damage here from Bloody Lust. I also keep blowing myself up, which is really infuriating, I'll tell you that much. So maybe I will reroll right away, actually. And oh, there we go. Not blowing ourselves up anymore. Now, Conjoined and whatever tech this is, it might be tech 2, they don't make good, you know, bedfellows. It's a little slow damage here. But you know what? Why don't we reroll our whole run? What do we have now? Monstrous Lung, Tech 2, Eden's Blessing. You're always looking for that Eden's Blessing roll. Oh, okay, never mind. This is actually really good. Or decent, at least. Not as bad as it originally looked. But that doesn't have quite the same cinematic ring to it. You know, Warcraft isn't as bad as we originally feared, is not what you want to see in the periodicals when your movie opens. But, yeah, I mean, it's okay. We can roll with this for a while. You know, definitely get the golden key back here. Oh, you know what? Maybe get this. We could use Small Rock. Alright, we could use a bomb that I just spent. No big deal. Temperance. We also have Host Hat, so we're immune to explosions. Maybe Pyromaniac, but definitely Host Hat. Host Hat, and his black and white cat. You guys ever... Probably more for the English folk out there. You ever see Postman Pat? A lot of Canadian kids' TV just came, when I was young at least, just came directly from England. I was operating, though, under the assumption for my entire life that Pingu was French-Canadian. And that's going to sound silly to you. But then I said it on Kate's stream one time. I was like, yeah, it's produced by, like, Laval or something like that in Quebec. And then they looked it up, and it's fucking Finnish, you idiot. And I hope I'm not getting it wrong. It might not be Finnish. Where did I re-rolled my D100. Oh, right, we're stuck with this now. Oh, well. Had that happen one day. I lose a lot of D100 runs. I lose the D100 on a lot of D100 runs to that exact situation. Sacrificial Dagger. That's great. Mini Mush. It's okay. Satanic Bible. Can't do anything for us. Blank Card Temperance. What a hilarious situation this is. Well, I'm slightly frightened. This is not the run that I would have chosen to stick with, but it's up there. It's not as bad as some of the ones we had here, but it's just not... It's not like blow the doors off amazing either. Flatworm, I think, does very little for us. Bloody Penny actually could be really valuable. In fact... Oh, yeah, okay. We'll do it. Does it make sense to play the Blood Bank to try to make this work? I don't know. Shoop-da-whoop. Shoop-da-whoop makes this all worthwhile. We might as well get some spiders as well, but Shoop-da-whoop is the big get here. And you know what? Pop Temperance, just get the heck out of my face. Thank you, Bloody Penny. That was really useful. Alright. So, our damage is not that good, but Shoop-da-whoop is something that I'm gonna lean on quite heavily here. We can always use that for, hopefully some extra red hearts if necessary. It ended up not being as easily won as I thought it would, but a 25-minute chest run is still very, very solid. Like, that's nothing to be embarrassed about. Look at that. You ride together, you die together. Lil Chubb 2016. I'm still saying 2015, and it's making me feel real bad about my brain. Sometimes I'll be like, yay, best support 2015, and then people laugh because they go, he's making a joke. I wasn't making a joke. I forgot what year it was temporarily. Joke's on you, sucker. But you don't realize when you don't work in like an office environment or you're not in school. In school, do you still write the date on shit? You probably do, right? Not everybody's using their laptops and tablets to accomplish all, scholarly achievement. But anyway, you sort of lose track of it, like. On any given week, I got a pretty good grasp of what day it is because my day is basically scheduled around what kind of live entertainment do I need to be ready for. Monday's the NLSS, Tuesday's free. So I got all day for YouTube stuff. Wednesday's the NLSS, Thursday's the NLSS, Friday is Roundtable, Saturday's Kate stream, Sunday's my subscriber stream. Spun? Not quite. Like that keeps me in a pretty good position to know what day of the week it is, but year, dude, that's just common knowledge. And it's common knowledge apparently I lack on a consistent basis, embarrassingly enough, but luckily it doesn't affect me that much. At least right now. Except that it makes people judge me when I say the year wrong. It's not an endemic problem, I should say. It's not like, you know, I'll be talking to somebody and I'll be like, yeah, I mean, it's like it's 2015. Why don't we have flying cars yet? You know, that doesn't happen like every day. But I was thinking like probably like once every 2 months. I thought we got a chest back there, but no big deal either way. We got enough HP to survive. It's pretty unlikely that Blue Baby shits on us hard enough to just kill us dead. Could happen. Could happen. Hopefully will not happen. Ooh. Sure, Guppy's collar. I don't expect it to be useful, but a man can dream. At least that's until the government starts taxing it. Am I right, fellow adults? I mean, it's 2015. Why am I still paying income tax? I thought we only introduced it to fund the First World War. Anyway, that's true, by the way. It's the greatest swindle in Canadian history. Hey, we need income tax to pay for this war. We won the war. The war's over. We're still paying income tax. It's like 98 years later. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the run. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.